You know what? You made it. It's Friday. I know for some of you it's been a long week and you just want to get to that weekend, right? Well, there's just one more hurdle to go. You just need to get through today. All right, thanks for watching our First Alert live stream. I'm Chief Meteorologist Steve Beylon live in the First Alert Weather Center. And yes, we're about to head into the weekend. But the weather this weekend, you may not quite enjoy because we are heading into a blistering hot weekend. A major heat wave is going to set up shop right over top of Wisconsin, and we may see some of the hottest temperatures around here that, we haven't had in a long time. All right, first of all, there's still some rain out there. Let's get you out to a live view. This is from our Manitowoc Sky Cam. And you can see it is soggy out there. We've got seagulls flying around, dodging raindrops. It's overcast. It is 65 degrees, dew point 62. It's a little sticky out there, especially when you consider the calm air. And there's First Alert Viper Max. And you can see there is some rain out there. A little bit of rain passing through the Fox Cities, Freedom over towards Kaukauna. Showers are kind of winding down around Manitowoc, just south of Manitowoc near Newton. There was a little thunderstorm. And really that's just a shell of what this precipitation was over the past few hours, as it was originally a blob of some heavier thunderstorms coming across central Wisconsin. In fact, this is First Alert Viper Max's estimated rainfall over the past 24 hours. And in the past day, Green Bay has seen, about 8 or 9/10 of an inch of precipitation, a little bit more than half an inch of rain in the Fox Cities. But really the heaviest rain over the past day has been stretched out from Wapaka County and northwest up into Marathon County, where near Mosinee and just south, a lot of folks have seen 1 to as much as 2.5 or even 3 inches of rain. So that's some impressive gully washers that came through there this morning. And there's other showers and thunderstorms that are still meandering through the Corn Belt this morning. First Alert Viper Max shows that activity dropping out of Minnesota into eastern Iowa. Some of those cells there in that batch of storms, they've been severe with some high winds and some hail. I'm not looking for any severe weather in northeast Wisconsin during the afternoon. If anything, we're going to dry out a little bit. Showers ending, mostly cloudy this afternoon. It's going to be warm. It's going to be humid, but not oppressively so. We'll see a high of 81 degrees. And notice the wind out of the south and southwest, generally around 5 to 15 miles an hour with some higher gusts. I point out the wind because that wind is going to blow in this heat wave as we go towards the weekend. We'll touch on that in just a second. But first things first, we may have some more thunderstorms coming through the region tonight. This is our severe weather outlook. We've got a level 1 to a level 2 risk of severe weather along and north of the Highway 29 corridor. Yes, tonight there could be some major thunderstorms coming through the Great Lakes, but I suspect what's going to happen is you see that area of enhanced severe weather risk at level 3 risk out towards North Dakota and Minnesota. We're going to have some damaging thunderstorms develop in the northern plains, and they'll move east and probably track more across upper Michigan as opposed to a good chunk of northeast Wisconsin. At least that's how the storm track looks right now. If that adjusts, we may have to change our forecast because we're going to be kind of right on the edge of whether we're dealing with that or not. So let's go to First Alert Pinpoint Predictor. We'll start you off at 7 o'clock this evening. There's a slight chance of a shower, but otherwise most of the evening looks dry, albeit mostly cloudy. Look towards the top of the screen. Do you see the thunderstorms moving into upper Michigan? Those ones could have high winds, they could have hail, they could have some torrential rainfall. And the southern flank of those storms is going to be riding right up along the UP border and the Menominee River. That's 4 a.m. Let's stop it here. 7 a.m. You see those big storms? Langley County up to Florence County. So again, we're going to be on the edge. Now, right now, we don't have a First Alert weather day for tonight, but if that storm track comes a little further south, we may have to issue that. So stay tuned. We'll inform you and your family, let you know what's going on there. Thunderstorms might move across northern Door County mid-morning Saturday, but then they're out of here, and then we'll dry out as we go through the rest of the weekend, and then it finally comes. What we've been first alerting you all through the week, the big heat wave, our next weather maker. Dangerous heat, Saturday, Sunday, even into Monday. It's going to be steamy hot, and it's going to be hot enough where we're worried that people might get heat exhaustion, heat stroke, especially certain people in our society young kids, older adults, those who deal with certain illnesses. They're more susceptible of getting these heat-related diseases. And we have first alert weather days for Saturday, Sunday, and Monday. And the National Weather Service, they're on top of this too. They've issued a heat advisory for those 3 days. This is for all of northeast Wisconsin except for Door County, where it won't be quite as hot. But looking ahead, here's what's happening. So the jet stream, it's flowing through the region, kicking off these clusters of showers and thunderstorms. But high pressure building aloft is pushing that jet stream up into southern Canada. And if you watched the live stream yesterday, I described it like this, and I'll do it again in case you weren't watching yesterday. This big dome of heat is kind of like blowing up a balloon. So if I had a red balloon and I started blowing it up, that expanding bubble of heat pushes the jet stream around the bubble, around the balloon, and that's where the storm track goes. So the thunderstorms during the weekend start pushing into Canada, away from Wisconsin, and we're just smack dab in this hazy, hot, and humid bubble or balloon of heat, and it's going to hang around all the way into Monday of next week. So when you consider the hot weather and the humidity, all the gross, sticky air that's going to be out there, well, you get the heat index, and that's what it really feels like to your body when it's trying so hard to keep cool. You know, you sweat, you perspire, and that's a natural process to try to cool down your body. But when you get heat index values that are hitting and exceeding 100 degrees, it becomes very taxing for you to do that. And so that's why we worry about, heat exhaustion and heat stroke. So away from the lakeshore, and not just Saturday afternoon, but Sunday afternoon as well, those feel-like temperatures are probably going to get into the triple-digit club. So keep cool, drink plenty of water. Start today. Start drinking water today. That way when the heat comes tomorrow, your body is hydrated. You know what? If you are waiting until you feel thirsty, you're kind of late to the party as far as drinking the water and keeping yourself hydrated. That's your body's way of saying, hello, I need water. So start that today. That way tomorrow your body is ready to go with the heat. Right now it's not that hot. We're in the 60s with some 50s north and east, 59 apiece for Iron Mountain, Escanaba, and Sister Bay. 66 is a popular number for the Fox Cities west out towards Watoma and Wapaka. And there's your first alert Super 7-day forecast. Today, 81, seasonably warm. Showers, thunderstorms wrapping up, mostly cloudy skies. Now let's make our Super 7-day forecast extra super. I'll give you little nuggets of knowledge here. So Friday, today, is the first day of summer. Well, kind of. You see, it's still technically spring, but the summer solstice arrives tonight, later in the evening at 9:42, which means this weekend is the first official weekend of summer. And it's going to be blazing hot. 94 Saturday, 97 on Sunday. Those heat index values reaching and exceeding 100 degrees. You're probably thinking like, okay, how am I going to keep cool? Maybe you're going to go swimming, or maybe you're going to go to the beach, or maybe you're just going to sit by the air conditioning. But Mother Nature will provide some air conditioning for you folks in Door County, because tomorrow we've got the 60th annual Fear Ball Festival in Ephraim. Now, yesterday, I called it the Fireball Festival. I mean, if you look at that, yeah, you'd pronounce that Fireball, right? Well, guess what? I was wrong. It's actually a Scandinavian term. It's pronounced Fearball. I learned something new yesterday, and maybe you just learned something new today. So if you're going to the Fearball Festival, it will be noticeably cooler. After a few morning showers and storms, skies will turn partly cloudy and temperatures will be in the 70s, and that sounds great. Fireworks go off 9:30 that evening, and I think temperatures will be near 70 degrees. But inland, we're going to be in the heat, 90s, and that's all the way through Monday. But notice late Monday, we get thunderstorms, and this is along a cold front that busts that dome of heat, that balloon of heat. And then once the cold front comes through, oh, that's better. 70s, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, but it's still going to feel kind of humid, maybe not quite as oppressively so, and there will be some times of showers and thunderstorms. If you're not watching this live stream on your phone or your tablet, use your electronic device to scan that QR code. You see that there? That circle with all those dots? If you use your camera feature, you can scan it, and that allows you to download our free WBAY First Alert Weather app. Goes right to your phone. And we've got you covered. Anything from sunny summer weather to severe storms and anything in between. And there's lots of great features in the app. The radar, storm tracking tools, hour-by-hour forecasts. We send multiple video forecasts to that app on a daily basis. And I love being out and about and getting push alerts on, whether heavy rain is in my area, or like if you're a parent and you've got kids who play ball or soccer or whatever it is, and you're at the ball field and then you get a push alert that lightning is in your vicinity within a good 10 or 12 miles, that's really nice. That's really handy. And especially with the weather being so hot this weekend, make sure you and your family are prepared by having that WBAY First Alert Weather app. Coming up on Action 2 News at noon and at 4, meteorologist Emily Mers. She'll be in to update your forecast. In fact, to my left, there's a door. I think any minute now she's going to walk in and she's going to hang up probably a dress on that coat rack that you can't see that's just off screen. And she'll start putting together the forecast, and she's going to be on top of the latest computer model data. And she probably will take my forecast and tweak it just a little bit to make it that much better. And that way you and your family are ready to go for this hot weekend. But between now and that hot weekend, some of you just might have a few thunderstorms, especially across the north woods. And they may be coming through during the pre-dawn hours, so keep an ear out for that. All right. Hey, thanks for watching our Friday First Alert live stream. We want you to have a happy weekend, but a safe weekend. So make sure you're just taking care of yourself and those who you love. Thanks for tuning in. We hope to catch you Monday of next week. See you around.